on the issue of positive parenting, raising children with care and respect. So the issue of care is important area in positive parenting, and respect is important area in positive parenting. So you should seriously see how care is important, how respect is important. The positive parenting, at least we have to understand the concept of positive parenting. Parenting is a lifelong, as you know. So we should take long time to care, to support, to nurture our children. So it's a caregiving practice. It calls involvement of different actors. Okay, so we will expect human involvement, human actors, and we will again expect non-human actors, person-related actors, non-person-related actors in these caregiving practices. So families is one important system, but there are other systems we should include in parenting practices. When we talk about quality of parenting, we will use different items to measure quality of parenting. One is consistent nurturance, care. Okay, should be very predictable. Okay, protection, and other ingredients will be. Okay, that's good. So will be considered to properly understand the quality of care. Parenting nurtures children's confidence, creativity, responsibility, and social skills. I mean, when we nurture our children, we normally expect to foster children's holistic development. So it has myriad benefits when we think about quality of parenting. Parenting aims to ensure children's safety, development, cultural learning. So that is another important issue to consider. I mean, we think about safety. Home safety is one issue. Food, nutrition-related safety. Okay, if we will try to include different assemblages to seriously discuss the issue of safety and development, and there is cultural also learning. Effective parenting supports children cognitive development, social emotional development, and physical development and other areas of development. Challenges to effective parenting includes there are different intersectional areas when we think of parenting. I mean, it's not possible to simply interpret parenting from only one dimension. There are different issues to properly include and then define parenting. And the positive parenting will be discussed within the areas of within the intersectional areas. Okay, one is poverty. Okay, we will have rich family, we will have poor family. Okay, we will have urban families, pastoral families. Again, we will have the rural family, illiterate family, literate family. So it is not as such very easy to extend our conversation about positive parenting. We should include different intersectional areas. Then after, we will properly define this positive parenting. There are challenges, so we should understand this. Parenting intervention should be integrated. That is important. Okay, integration is the other relevant ingredient to talk when we think of positive parenting. What is integrated? I mean, we should include different areas, not only nutrition, not only responsive caregiving, not only safety or protection, but we should include different areas. Then if we include all areas and provide proper service for children, then we can call it integrated service. So if we simply concentrated on a few areas of children's development, then we can't call it integrated type of service. It calls integration. It calls holistic activities to achieve integrated outcomes. So again, multisectorial. Multisectorial means we should again invite different sectors, different offices to work together to achieve the outcomes, developmental outcomes, learning outcomes. So we can't say parents alone can achieve children's developmental outcomes or children's learning outcomes. If we are not able to work with Minister of Health, Minister of Women, with Agriculture, with Education Bureau, with others, then it will be very tough for countries, individuals to achieve the expected milestones. Again, we should think one thing, that is contextualization, localization. When we talk about parenting, we should think about our local knowledge. We should localize it. Okay, so what is important ingredient or core area in parenting is cultural cosmology. Okay, local cosmology, local beliefs, local values, local norm systems. So if you don't bring all local cosmologies using local epistemology, local knowledge, if you review your Somali parenting practices, there are indigenous knowledge, child-rearing knowledge, child-rearing values. So we should really think this one if we are really planning to talk about positive parenting. Okay. The other important, there is a framework. You know it, the WHO, they have introduced this nurturing care framework. There are 5 elements. One element is health, nutrition, responsive caregiving, learning, safety. So when we talk about positive parenting, all these areas, nurturing care areas, should be embedded, should be practiced. Otherwise, you will not achieve the expected positive outcomes. Or if you want to measure positive parenting, so to what extent some of the elements of nurturing care framework are practicing on the actual situation is a means to measure. So the other point you should again discuss is parenting programs should also include play, okay, character development. There are different outcomes we should seriously consider. Parenting support should recognize extended caregivers and family networks. Yeah, that is more of very related with the concept I mentioned earlier, indigenization. So in our parenting system, extended families are involved. Okay, So religious leaders are involved, class system is, so there are actors, okay? So we call them assemblage, okay? Human assemblage, non-human assemblage, or essential factors, or they have powers. When you talk about responsibility, everyone is responsible. Clan leader will teach or socialize children about responsibility. If you assign your child in cattle herding, again, responsibility, he or she will learn about cattle herding from this non-human actor. Cattle herding is the non-human actor. Okay, parents are orienting their children about responsibility. Okay, family is again orienting, but again, the child will get this responsibility skills from schools. And schools are actors. Okay, space by itself. He is living in terrain area. If he is living or she is living in terrain area, so the terrain area, the terrain by itself will teach him or teach her. If he is living in pastoral areas or drought affected areas, again the climate by itself that is will teach him or her about the issue of responsibility. So climate is non-human actor. So there are a number of assemblages to bring them together and understand positive parenting. So caregiver well-being is again important issue. Not only we are supposed to talk about parenting, children's development, positive development, but parents' well-being is again important issue to extend our discussion. Okay. Many parents face challenges, when they are just engaged in parenting. That is emotional, behavioral, and there are different factors. But in positive parenting, let me express some of the following issues. If you want to witness the proper implementation of parenting, parents should know, okay, effective parenting, it says effective parents requires knowledge of positive parenting. Okay, Ethiopian parents, Somali parents, do they have knowledge? They have indigenous knowledge, but knowledge is important to care children, to foster multiple skills, not only one skills, but we are expected to create favorable ground for children to engage in multiple activities, and they will acquire multiple skills. Then they will be very effective, innovator, creative, if they have multiple experiences. So parents, if they have knowledge, then they will engage them in multiple experiences. So they have to have skills, they have to have resources, they have to achieve the issue of holistic development with holistic support. So existing parenting programs, if you see in Ethiopia, even in Somalia, it is fragmented. You will see different gaps, limitations. Even it is not contextualized, or we should really document our indigenous child rearing systems. Caregiving well-being and involvement of others, grandmothers and others caregivers are essential, as I mentioned. Okay, these are important issues. Every parent should know. Parental belief. What is parental belief? Okay, so that is important. You belief means value. In parenting, in positive parenting, one core agenda you should mention here is, you should understand here is, and you have children, you have to think about your own belief. Belief is about your own value. Okay, I value this. I value creativity. I value cooperation for my child. If you value, you will just restrict your child, you will socialize your child to have that quality. That is called parental belief. Okay, we have belief. They have to acquire this skill, and you will work very hard. But if you are exercising your own intention, your own belief only, without consulting children's idea, expectation, interest. Then in parenting, as you have seen the title, respect issue will not be materialized. How you are going to materialize respect? Okay, if you simplistic with your own belief. The other important point is parental ethnotheories. Parental ethnotheory is more of cultural values. Parents' cultural value, okay, cultural beliefs. These are important. Indigenous perspectives. Indigenous perspectives are important. Okay. So how you will describe this indigenous? It is described like beliefs as relational, okay, intergenerational. It is land-based kind of child rearing, community connected. So these are important issues. Again, I mentioned there is the issue in positive parenting. You have to again understand parental goals or parenting goals. Okay, you have different goals, and you want to achieve all these goals, and you will engage in different activities to achieve these goals. Again, there are parenting behaviors. Parenting behaviors are observable. The actions, your actions, in day-to-day engagement, you engage with your child, you talk with your child, you discuss on different issues. There are behaviors. Based on the behaviors you have shown, then experts try to really reorganize and come up with a pattern, and they call it parenting style. Okay, so if is we have to evaluate our parenting behaviors. So there are important elements of positive parenting. Okay, so evaluate your home, open communication. Okay, this is one pattern. There is clear rules, boundaries, consequences. We will clearly indicate all these things. Celebrating good behaviors, safety issue, love, home environment. So how we address all these things. This model is important. We are planning to conduct in Addis Ababa University for Ethiopia. We are planning to conduct research. This is a model. We have developed a model. So if you want to, it's a framework, positive parenting framework. It entails different elements. One element is macro system. In positive parenting, there is the issue of macro system. What is that macro system? Culture is a macro system. Okay? Regulation, a kind of broad system. Again, there is macro system, MI. Then family members, peers, the influence of peers, the influence of school, neighbor, extended family, playgrounds. That is the other framework. Exosystem is community, institutions. Okay, other clan system is part of exosystem. Okay, these are important elements to include in our framework. The other is mesosystem, the interaction of macro system, interaction of family with school, interaction of family with peer, interaction of family with neighbor. Okay, as a center, onto child system. What is onto? Onto calls children's voice. To what extent children's voice, children's agency is practiced in our parenting or child rearing practices. So onto child system is important again in parenting. There are important perspectives you have to know when we think of parenting. When we think of parenting, we have to seriously consider some of the following perspectives. The one perspective is counter topography perspective in parenting, in positive parenting. What is counter topography perspective? Counter topography perspective is connecting parenting experience across different places and groups. Okay, so For instance, the urban Hargeisa is one topography. The other is the rural Hargeisa, is the other topography. The pastoral parenting system and the other settled or sedentary part, the sedentary Somali context. That is counter topography. So if you include counter topography in your menu, in your framework, so you will not have the same kind of engagement, the same kinds of activities, the same kinds of approach. You will have different approaches. You will have different activities to achieve the intention of counter topography. Okay, in counter topography, again, group is there. Okay, the rich group, or you might illiterate group. Anyway, that is part of this parenting. The second is topography. So topography, understanding the environment where children grow. Home environment is topography. School environment is the other important issue. So you are not the only source of parenting. Okay, you are just working very hard to help your child acquire various skills, but schools are also working very hard, okay, to help students acquire different skills. So neighbor is again media and digital space. So topography is the other important. Spatial issue in parenting. Spatial is the other important issue. How spaces affect relationship and the development. Children needs safe physical, emotional space. Okay, parenting happens in homes, schools, playgrounds, communities. So that is spatial. Again, I mentioned earlier, relational. Children develop through relationals, or consider human and human actors as agential assemblage. I mean, children's agency, children's power. If you want to talk about post-parenting, respect is there. What is respect? Children's idea should be respected. Okay, that is, if that is the case, we are talking about children as a powerful, okay, resource in parenting practices. So that is important. Parent-child attachment. For instance, child interaction. That in parenting, you should think this: child interaction, child material interaction, child space interaction, child mother interaction, child teacher interaction, child space outdoor space interaction. Okay, child animal herding interaction, child cooking activity interaction. All these are important assemblages. Child, space, father. So there are a number of interactions here. So situated knowledge is the other important issue to consider in parenting. What is situated knowledge? In Somalia, in Hargeisa, there is knowledge of parenting knowledge. Our parents, they have wisdom, they have knowledge. So parenting practices differ across cultures and communities. Okay, parents already have valuable local knowledge, traditional storytelling, community caregiving. All these are situated knowledge. So we should not simply copy paste others' parenting styles or knowledges to care our children. The other point you should understand here is in parenting practices, social reproduction. The concept of social reproduction. What is the concept of social reproduction? So what it is more of linked with parental goals or your expectations. That is social reproduction. You want your child to acquire this skill, and you will engage in just helping him or her to acquire this skill. That is social reproduction. Counter protection, okay, overprotection is one of the core elements in parenting. So counter protection, we should balance it. Excessive control is dominant in parenting. The other important point we should discuss here is the issue of territorialization, deterritorialization, reterritorialization concept in parenting. These are important concepts. If you assess every home, every parent, they are really exercising these concepts. Okay, what is the issue of territorialization? And evaluate your home. Territorialization means you will come with parents most of the time, fathers, mothers, even school teachers or religious leaders. They come with boundaries, a lot of boundaries. You have to abide, you have to follow my instruction. Okay, you are supposed to engage in these activities, you are not allowed to engage to do this and that kind of things. That is territorialization. But now children are resisting, children are challenging us. Okay, they are challenging us. There are non-human actors. What is non-human actors? They got information from media, from internet, from AI, that then they will challenge parents. That is called deterritorialization. Reterritorialization, because challenge is coming, parents will try to readjust based on the existing situation. Then they will balance it, both territorialization and deterritorialization. So that is important. In parenting, the other point I should mention here is 3 B's are important. 3 B's: belonging, being, becoming. The 3 issues, the 3 B's are important if you want to achieve the goal of positive parenting. What is belonging? Okay, so parenting, you have to collaborate with others. You have to collaborate. Positive parenting is rooted in collaboration. Belonging means children will learn a lot from culture. If they are not able to interact with culture, they will not learn. If they are not able to connect with families, it will be very difficult. So belonging is, learning is rooted in relationship. It is again stimulated by relationship. Being is, we have to now, children need more knowledge. They will be very innovative. So you have to familiarize children with different skills. Becoming is, we have to, okay, for the future, they have to have this skill because it seems very challenging. Then you will also work for the future. That is another important issue to consider. Yeah, I mentioned these issues so far. These are important intersectional of indigenous child learning practice. When we talk about child learning, so we have to see how we socialize our children. Okay, boys' gender is one important intersectional area. When we socialize boys and girls, we found normally different activities. We expect them different. Okay, we expect different outcomes from boys, from girls. Okay, it's not the same. Culture, we have different cultures. Maybe in your case, maybe only one culture, but in Ethiopia and other cultures, there is multiculturality issue. Socio-economic, it is obvious. So parenting, positive parenting, how can you achieve positive parenting if you have poor population, if you have rich population, if you have illiterate population, if you have literate population, if you have pastoral population? Okay, so this is important issue. Religion, Muslim, Christian, they have different orientations. So intersectional area. Positive parenting should not be simply interpreted via one or two issues. It is not possible to interpret it via some or a few kind of indicators. There are a number of indicators orbiting around this issue. Disability issue. So there are different categories of disability. If in one home there is intellectual disability, again in another home physical disability. So if you evaluate their positive parenting, you will not find the same kind of activities. So family structures and geography location, we discussed about these issues so far. So based on positive, based on parenting behaviors, you will find these categories. I'm not saying you will have four parenting styles and evaluate yourself which one of the parenting style is really exercising in your home. So based on research, they came with these categories, expertise, Bamrid particularly. So there is demandingness to have these four categories of parenting styles. The researcher used demandingness and responsiveness as a core agenda to classify the four categories. Okay, there is in one home there might be authoritative type of parenting. Okay, authoritative is solve problems together. Okay, there is high demandingness, there is high support. That means authoritative. Again, permissive is high support, high freedom, but there is no control. That is permissiveness. Okay, neglectful is both low, low control and low responsiveness. Authoritarian, high control, and control is very high, but they again expect them responsiveness is low. They are not giving them love, or they are not responding their questions. So this is important issue in parenting. So these categories, okay, we should contextualize them. We have to test them. That is the other important issue. In parenting, the other important dimension we should critically examine here is parents' brain development. In positive parenting, parents' brain development should be seriously discussed. Not only children's brain development should be discussed, but parental brain development is important issue to discuss. What is parental brain development? It is similar with the steps and the activities are very similar with children's brain development, parenting brain development. That is one core area, and the center will provide service on this area. Not only service, but research should be conducted to provide proper service on parenthood, brain development, and parenting. So parenting neuroscience. Every day, caregiving experiences shape brain structure, parents' brain structure, parents' emotional system, parents' stress regulation, learning and relationship. Parenting well-being and parental brain health are interconnected. Okay, parenting brain is a network of brain systems, hormones, emotions, cognitive process that become active when adults care for children. Okay, so what is parental brain health? Parenting changes the brain biologically, psychologically, and socially. So the parental brain develops over time through experience. I mean, okay, younger parents' brain development just connect parenting and older parents' experience and their brain development. Parenting as a stage of development. Okay, normally we talk about children's developmental stages. Again, in parenting, there are stages of development in parenting. The adult brain becomes highly plastic during transition to parenthood. Okay, because they are exposed to different experiences. They are ready to learn. Brain changes begin during pregnancy and continue postnatal development or postpartum, means postnatal, after birth. Parent development and child development are deeply connected. Healthy parental brain function supports healthy caregiving and family well-being. The concept of parental brain architecture. That's important, how parenthood changes the brain. Brain changes. During pregnancy, brain changes. Okay, they are ready to parenting. There are different parts of our brain. They are activated. Okay, they will collaborate together to really engage in parenting practices. Motherhood and fatherhood. Motherhood, brain development. Okay, fatherhood, brain development. Parenting and brain plasticity. The parent's brain is very plastic to learn different experiences, new experiences. Mental load and stress. Perinatal mental health. Perinatal means it is the mental, almost it's the mental and emotional health of parents around the time of having a baby. Okay, so parenting as learning process, as developmental stage. Parenting as a learning process. Okay, they will acquire different experiences as they engage conversation with their children, as they engage conversation with experienced mothers. So their brain is different. So parenting does not destroy the brain, rather more efficient. It tries to really facilitate this. More specialized for caregiving. Caregiving requires enormous brain power. Okay, parenting, positive parenting calls enormous brain power. It is stated there, caring for a child involves intense mental, emotional, neurological work. Brain changes during motherhood, changes in brain structure, changes in brain function. Mothers show stronger brain activation. So we have to study mother's brain development, father's brain development. Okay, changes, there are changes. Parenting brain networks, parenting activity system like motivation, mentalization, reward, empathy. So these are important issues in parenting. Fine-tuning of brain system. I mean, fine-tuning means they will be very specialized, okay, in parenting, in providing care. They are very responsive, loving, okay? They conduct quality conversation. Not only quality conversation, quantity conversation with their children, rich conversation. So they will be, the brain will be very specialized. Pregnancy may help the brain focus on caregiving, respond better to infant needs, improve parenting sensitivity. So parenting is complex. When a baby cries, the parent's brain must detect the cry, interpret the meaning, feel motivated to respond, regulate emotion, decide what to do. So this is important. Parenting brain is important agenda to extend, to deeply discuss in our context. Okay? So again, experience shapes the brain. What experience? Parenting experience. If they have more experiences, then the brain is very plastic, as I mentioned earlier. It is ready to capture a lot of experiences, ready to consider. If your style, if this home is exercising authoritarian type of parenting, then the brain is totally changed. By the way, if this home is exercising neglectful type of parenting style, and then the brain development is different. Parent's brain is different, and the outcome will be different. Parenting is learned, and parents are not automatically experts. Brain changes are influenced by time spent with the child, okay, caregiving experiences, emotional involvement. So fathers and the brain, there are some important. You have to at least we can extend our discussion later, but it is important to seriously consider. Mental load in parenthood. Parents constantly think about childcare, safety, planning, responsibility. So stress and the brain, society often place unrealistic expectation on mothers, then mother's brain activity, brain functionality, because society is expecting them to seriously or effectively help their children. That's another burden. So mental health during parenthood, postnatal, there may be depression, anxiety, severe stress. So stress can affect parenting sensitivity, emotional regulation, brain functionality, mother's brain functionality. So with regard to this brain, some issues are there. I will not go to detail, but there are some issues I have to mention here. Parental brain through intersectionality. Yeah, that is one core issue we have to seriously mention. Parental brain development, motherhood, mother's parenting, father's parenting is influenced by the factors indicated here. Parental brain through intersectionality approach. What? Poverty. Okay? This family, this home is, or we have these poor families, and you have to connect or assess their parental brain development of these poor families, low income families. The families are displaced, okay? These are displaced, again, their parenting brain of this displaced population. It is totally different from the population living in urban, or they are not displaced. That is totally different. Gender, again, roles. Parenting brain, father's parental brain development, and mother's parental brain development. Okay, that is again different. Disability is the other important issue. Culture, interculturality, multiculturality. In one culture, so parental brain in this culture, parental brain in Somali culture, in Ethiopia, we have different cultures. Okay, traumatized. Okay, the mother is traumatized. Again, parental brain of this mother and normal one. Again, the mother, she has gotten support from others, social support. Again, the other population, the other mothers, they didn't get social support, their brain development. Livelihood pressure, pastoral mothers, urban mothers, Hargeisa urban mothers, and their parental brain. Okay, so access to services. Okay, the pastoral, they don't, I think, get access, but urban part, you got a lot of services. Again, parental brain. So other assemblies can be narrated, can be included to discuss about parenting. Okay, the other important issue to mention here is there are brain regions involved in parenting. That's a core issue. In parenting, so there are different regions of our brain. As a parent, these brains are working together. And so we have to understand all this. Frontal cortex of parents. This frontal cortex, most of the time, it tries to engage in decision making, planning, whatever. But don't forget the issues I mentioned earlier. The intersectionality area. Frontal cortex of the poor population, the families from low income, and the families from rich, or the population already living in urban area, rural area, and pastoral area. Frontal cortex. Parietal cortex helps parents notice and understand infant stage movement. This is important. Again, bring all the intersectional area. Occipital lobe, again, helps parents recognize facial expression, visual. Amygdala, supports emotional bonding protection. This is important section. Again, thalamus helps parents quickly notice and respond to infant sound. Okay, brings the poor family, rich family, urban family, rural family, illiterate family, thalamus. That's another realities. So you have to have kind of multi kind of approach. I mean, integrated approach. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to achieve the target. Hypothalamus controls caregiving hormones such as oxytocin. That's another. Hippocampus helps parents learn. So a number of, we have different categories. These are important brain regions. How these brain regions are working together, there is gray matter. There is one important brains part that connect all brains of parents' brain, then they will work in collaboration. And there is this gray matter. And the gray matter means there is Hargeisa city, there are other cities like Wuchale, and there are other towns, small towns in Hargeisa, around Hargeisa. They are connected by different roads, and but so the connector is called white matter. But in your city there is a mayor of the city Hargeisa, and the mayor decide, plan, and again disseminate the information, the plan activities. That the plan activity, the mayor is trying to work with different actors. That is called gray matters. And in our parenting, there are different brain sections working together. They are responsible to different activities. These are important hormones, importance of hormones for parenting. Okay, so we have to study this. When we talk about positive parenting, all these are really all these are embedded. These are hormones, as I mentioned. I think, yeah, I will share this slide. You will get it, but simply oxytocin, it is responsible to promote attachment and trust, encourage affection behavior, strengthens parent-child bonding, this part. Dopamine, parents feel reward when caring for children, and increase motivation to nurture, protect. Cortisol, moderate levels, help parents respond quickly to infant needs. Okay, prolactin promotes caregiving and calm attention to infants. Vasopressin associated with protection and social bonding and important. So these are important hormones. What is hormone? I highlighted here. Hormones are chemical messengers released by glands or brain regions and carried through the bloodstream of parents. So when we talk about positive parenting, all these issues are there. To simply see, I mentioned earlier, if you are exercising authoritative type of parenting, the brain characteristics is strong prefrontal cortex, the planning section, the balanced amygdala, and the healthy oxytocin. I mean, that means interaction is very high, attachment is very high, good emotional. The outcome is very important. Here is these are the behaviors and the outcomes. These are the outcomes: secure attachment, better executive functioning, and others. If we are exercising authoritarian, see the authoritarian, the brain, increased stress reactivity, amygdala dominant response, lower, this is responsible to attachment, love, but it is lower. So the outcome is difficult with self-control, and other negative outcomes will be captured. Neglectful parenting, again the same. If you, I will. So these are, I mentioned earlier, but we have to seriously. The other important point I should seriously discuss here is approaches or methods of parenting. Okay, So if we are able, if we want to discuss about positive parenting, so approach methods of parenting is important. Okay, you can connect with the other points we discussed so far. One important point we should conduct research also in Hargeisa, in Ethiopia. One important approach is slow knowledge. What is slow knowledge? As a parent, you have to practice this slow knowledge, slow pedagogy, slow thinking, okay, slow reflection. We don't invite accelerated learning, clock type of learning. What is slow knowledge? Slow knowledge means just deeper knowledge of parenting, deep understanding, lived experience, observe carefully, generate through lingering, wondering. I mean, slow knowledge means don't hurry. Slow knowledge is, for instance, you are telling a story, so they should easily understand. They should digest it again and again. Then they will deeply understand. If they are playing, okay, you should not rush. Unhurried activity, unhurried methodology. Okay, it should not be hurry type of reflection. Your reflection should not be hurry, slow type of reflection. In slow reflection, there is listening. You will listen everything. So slow knowledge is important. In parenting, slow knowledge. Slow pedagogy, value time. You have to give them time. But if you evaluate schools, preschools, or parents, they are very hurried. Unhurry, kind of, we are promoting unhurry engagement, unhurry talk. Okay, you have to listen to them. Patient education. We should really promote patient learning, patient education, play, exploration, listening, spaces for children to think, feel, explore, connect. So unhurried, we call it generally unhurried childhood. So slow thinking is more of related with, so we have to understand them. Most of the time we engage them in one activity, then we'll proceed to the next activity, then the next activity, more accelerated, fast learning. No. When we really care children, when we talk about respect, unhurried, slow knowledge, okay, listening is rolling. These issues are bobbing around the issue of positive parenting. So clock time is, don't come with structures. Clock time is, if you talk about respect, we are not talking about parent-centered activity. Okay, we are talking about both are, we are promoting freedom, not over freedom, more freedom. We are not talking excessive freedom. Again, we are not talking about excessive control, but we are talking about balanced freedom and guidance. Over guidance is not good. Over freedom is not good. But what we are promoting here is freedom, freedom with guidance, and it should be balanced. And clock time is more of, clock time is promoted by parent-centered type of activity. Child time is, again, we have to balance children-focused activities. So there are some important activities. I think I discussed them so far. One way or the other, I highlighted. There are some important issues. I have to stop here. I think I took much of your time. Thank you, Ma'am Hassanti. Back to you, Dr. Abdel Fattah.